What's up, Black by Popular, man? You in here early. I'm gonna give people time to get in here. I'ma chill. Listen to some crit real quick while people come in. And we gonna get into it. What's up, Miss Mello? What's up, kid? What is up? Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to give people time to get in here because this is random. People didn't expect me to be in here. What's up, Felicia?
Get this money on the double. You don't get it. It's cryptic for the simple mind. The type don't see the future even if they right behind you. So I'm chilling with you and talking about dreams to most folk. Cause it seems like a billion when you came up dirt pole. And that's like talking about the summer to someone that only sings snow.
That's like a habit. I don't know why the fuck. Ain't no wind blowing, but still motherfucker that smoke. And with the head like that. All good. It ain't windy in this bitch. It's like a habit. Y'all let me know if you can hear me good. Am I coming through clear? What's up, Jamaican singer? Miss Rose. What's up, Sierra? Y'all hit that like button on your way in. Even with the highs, the best of times, golden lies, you can't hide what you're going through. What's up, Tarita? What's up, Biggs? What's up, Queen? What's up, Jasmine? What's up, Black Princess? V keeps it low key. Yeah, we live. We live as fuck. What's up, Nata Jean? I'm gonna give people like, 5 minutes to get in here to fill the room up a little bit before we get into it. I ain't gonna wait too long. Y'all know I don't wait too long anyway. I put my faith in the hands of God, even though time is hard. I'm happy just to be. So we can roll around, leave the town, smoke some herb, speak a word, drink. What's up, King? What's up, Yankee Girl? I want you to change your name though. Yankee Girl. There's something about that Yankee. I don't know. It just got a. It got something on the. I don't know what it is. But I need something. I need something else. I'm gonna just have to call you girl, and I don't want to just call you girl. Something about that Yankee. Smoke some herb, speak the word, drink a brew. Yeah, this crit, y'all. It's some old shit. Y'all ain't heard this already. Y'all don't really fuck with crit. Like that's all I'm gonna say. Like, if you ain't heard this yet, you don't really fuck with crit like that. You don't really fuck with crit like that. If you missed this, you don't really fuck with him. I'm just gonna be honest with you. What's up, Mega Just Me? We're gonna get about 2 more minutes. I'm gonna get started. Y'all go get y'all some water and shit. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Malcolm? Oh, man. What's up, Veronica? But if you miss this CD, if you miss this mixtape, you don't really fuck with Crit like that. That's what I'm gonna say. What's up, Roxanne? Beautiful. What's up, Trucker Duncan? Somebody always getting this trucking money. I'm trying, man. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Appreciate that, Mega Just Me. Appreciate it. Alright, we about to start. I done gave folk enough time. Y'all hit that like button on your way in. Y'all know, you know. Okay. Let me get that Crit off there. Okay. What's up, Prince? Okay, y'all know. Well, first and foremost, let me say shout out to Team Rob. I appreciate the support. I know this was a random live stream. You know, my shit be random sometime. I got back home today. Some of you have been following me, doing stories from the road and shit like that, doing commentary from the road and stuff like that. I got back in today because they ain't shutting down for Christmas and shit like that. So I was just gonna chill, but I was like, man, let me go ahead and talk to my people real quick while I got some time. You know, while I can go live, because from the road I can't really go live like that, so I figured I would come here and fuck with y'all on this so-called Christmas Eve. And, say some shit. Say some shit. That's all. What's up, Marissa? What's up, Stacy? Just, go through some shit with y'all. Y'all know that it is Christmas tomorrow. And y'all know black folk don't give a fuck about no history. We've discussed that, how black people do not give a fuck about history. They don't give a fuck about where these traditions come from. The only thing I can hope for black people this year, and hopefully here moving forward, is that we use all of our time, and times that we are, a planned group of consumers, that we use some of that money to go to a black business. Even if I'm not saying you have to do your whole Christmas with a black business and all that shit, but you should at least be supporting black businesses more, in particular during the holiday season, because we are making white corporations billions of dollars during this season. So give some of that money. I'm not telling you do all of it, but give some of that money to a black business. Support a black business in some type of way. That's the least you can do this Christmas. That's the least you can do. We know people gonna do it's Jesus' birthday. They're gonna do all that fuckery, but it ain't really shit to people realistically unless they're buying something. And a lot of people don't even feel like they're, people get depressed and things like that if they can't be a consumer, because consumerism is such a big part of what we give into Christmas. So the least you can do is support a black business as you gather with your families. The least you can do is pay reverence to your ancestors that got you to this point, to where you could be with your family on this holiday, because that wasn't always a thing. All right? That wasn't always a thing where we could just gather and be together on these holidays. So give reverence to your ancestors during this holiday season. If you could, if you will. Some of y'all, everybody has their issues, or whether they celebrate or not. I don't celebrate Christmas, but to the people that are going to continue to, regardless of what it is and regardless of how it is, these are some small things that can be done, and you can still participate in the fuckery if you must, for your kids or whoever the fuck that you celebrating for. In my opinion, that we should be honest with our children about this holiday, and about what's going on, and so that we raise a different stock of people, so that we don't raise just a planned set of consumers generation after generation after generation. We have to, at some point, want to change the trajectory of how we consume. If you must consume something black going on. I got some goddamn t-shirts, I got some t-shirts. If you want get just be more into blackness as we proceed with these holidays, because right now motherfuckers is, I remember this song, the Christmas song, and I'm sure it's still out here. Motherfuckers is dreaming of a white Christmas, and that's exactly what type of Christmases and what type of holidays that we're having. If you're going to be a part of these holidays, you need to be taking them motherfuckers. Taking them. Just take them. And use them to support your people. Instead of this white Christmas shit that you got going on, turn it into some black shit. Black Santa, black Santa's little elves, black Santa's wife, but just black this shit up. If you're gonna do it, black it up. Because I done got tired of white Christmases. And I'm tired of motherfuckers dreaming of white Christmases. That is bullshit. I think we should be past that by now. So if you're gonna celebrate, turn it into some black shit. Alright? And I just saw, speaking of consumerism, I just saw that y'all's boy Colin Kaepernick, he got some shoe out. We've talked about Colin Kaepernick before. There are people who have mixed opinions about Colin Kaepernick. And from what I understand, this shoe, I guess Oppression Runner. I don't really know what the fucking name of the shoe is. I know Nike makes it. We know he's had that deal with Nike. We should also be in understanding that Nike supports Republicans, the people in which you black people claim y'all hate. And you have every reason to. They're pretty overtly racist. Nike has supported campaigns of Republicans throughout the years. And Colin got his little deal with Nike. We saw that whenever he signed that deal with Nike, did a little commercial. He did a commercial with Nike and everything like that. People was all hype about that. I came in, told y'all how I felt about that. Of course, people gonna call me a hater. But now we're seeing, as this thing's playing out, this first, I guess it would be a stand for injustice, has become, and it should have been shown from the beginning. Anytime you sign a contract with a big corporation like Nike, people should have saw it then, but the people didn't want to see it. This has become a marketing campaign. This is all about marketing. They are marketing your oppression to you. They're marketing police brutality to you. They're marketing taking a stand to you via a white company. Nike don't give a fuck about black folk. None. Now, I know many would believe that they do because they sponsor so many athletes. So when they use all these black faces, it makes it seem as though they give a fuck about black people. But that's not the case. So be mindful of that as you out here being a consumer. We understand the game that Kaepernick is playing. He's trying to get that bread. This is why I don't respect anybody comparing this motherfucker to Muhammad Ali. This is something that people have continued to do. They're even doing it now. I remember him doing a photo shoot where he would take pictures that were similar to Muhammad Ali. And I'm just sitting here like, how the fuck are y'all disrespect Ali like that? This motherfucker just fails in comparison to Ali and the stance that Ali took. Did time for the cause. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the same situation here. And it's disrespectful to compare the two situations. Colin Kaepernick is about making money, capitalizing on black people's innate consumerism, how we love shoes and love, fly gear and things like that. They're capitalizing off of that. They're marketing your oppression to you. Meanwhile, they still out here killing black folk, still brutalizing black folk, still setting black people up. We understand that there are very blatant racist that are within the police department. That's not something Colin Kaepernick has dedicated himself to exposing. There was, a while back, there were some articles that came out, said something to the effect of the, KKK had infiltrated the police department, and what should have been said was the KKK is the police department, or whichever way you want to word it. We understand what the police are, and we understand they've always been racist since their inception. So, I saw that information a while back, and it was like, who are you talking to? That's what you kind of wonder sometimes when they kind of get some of this shit off over on you. It's like, who are you talking to? Y'all, it was built on racism. So to turn it into, they infiltrate. No, they didn't infiltrate. They are it. They are the foundation of the police department. Or cops all over the motherfucking nation. They are the foundation of such. They are the foot soldiers of white supremacy. This is all of them. I don't give a damn whether they call themselves being members of the KKK or not. It doesn't matter. They are the foot soldiers of white supremacy because we know who they lock up. And this isn't being dealt with by Colin Kaepernick. We understood that he wanted to go into the league. He just did like a tryout of some sort here recently. Made a scene out of that. And again, I respect, I guess, the would-be stance or what he's trying to do here, as to what it's supposed to look like to y'all. But I see through all the bullshit. So I haven't been fucking with Kaepernick. This is nothing but a money grab. People are using your oppression to make money. That's what this is. And we have to understand that as a people, so that way you can see through it. Because the shoe sold out. If you try to go get that motherfucker right now, it's gone. It's not there. Understand what's going on here. Now, a lot of people will deem the people that expose these types of things as negative. I've been called negative several times dealing with this whole issue, but they're marketing your oppression to you. That should be insulting to you. I don't see how black people could rush out and buy these shoes. That shows our ignorance, though. And we constantly show that ignorance all the time. It's being very blatantly shown. Everybody sees it. We're not hiding it from anyone. Why would a black person go buy a shoe marketed to champion your oppression? Because your oppression hasn't stopped. Putting Colin Kaepernick's afro on the back of a shoe, that ain't shit. Those cops, when you with them shoes on, you can't hold them up like, yo, you see this? Yeah, rights. Yeah, give me some rights right now. Yeah, no, yeah, give me some rights. That shoe ain't gonna get you out of shit. It ain't gonna help you do shit. It may be a good running shoe, but if you're running that motherfucker, there's a good chance you're gonna get shot at anyway. That shoe not gonna save you from that. So let's make sure that we stay focused on what the actual issue is, because a lot of time consumerism, we'll just forget about it. Black people's minds work like that. We'll forget about this shit. Same way Gucci was able to get over by being racist towards black people still supporting Gucci. Logically so. Even explaining why they still support Gucci. Prada, these racist would-be up-end fashion companies. Overcharging for plain shit is what it is. But black people have explained that away. Now, y'all don't mind if the person you fuck with is black and they still support. Nobody minds that. You see. They're able to capitalize off of this through us being consumers. And we must be better about that shit. We have to be better about this shit. Don't let even Kaepernick, don't let him come out here and run this game on y'all. That man signed that deal with Nike, did the commercial shit, and this is all while he hasn't been playing football. He's still getting deals, book deals, endorsements of all kinds, and now a shoe. He don't even play. He don't even play. Nike does not represent black people that are igniting other black people to stand for themselves. Nike don't do that. So when you look at Colin Kaepernick, you have to understand that if he was that, they wouldn't be supporting him like that. They don't make revolutionaries rich. It's not what they do. That's not what they've been doing, and they didn't just start it with him. So you have to understand the game that's being played. I want us to see that. Shoe sold out. I'm trying to look straight at y'all. Shoe sold out. Black folk, I'm sure, bought it. How? This type of shit we doing as we on the cusp of so-called 2020. That's what we doing this Christmas. This is where we are this Christmas. Now, something good did happen to me today, as I segue here. I happened to see that the Breakfast Club had Dr. Claude Anderson on the Breakfast Club. That was something I watched it actually on my way here when I was in my truck. I watched the shit. Listen to what Dr. Claude Anderson had to say. And of course, we know that Dr. Claude Anderson, very intelligent brother, been in the game. I don't know exactly how old he is, but he might be 80-some years old, possibly. And this is not me just trying to, say no other shit. older brother done seen a lot more than I've seen. Somebody said he was 85. I couldn't even tell that by looking at him. I couldn't tell that he would be 85. But I watched him on the Breakfast Club. That was something positive to happen. They finally got Dr. Claude Anderson on there. The only person, well, I ain't gonna say necessarily the only single person that should be talking about reparations, but one of the people that are equipped to talk about reparations, because I agree with a lot of what Dr. Claude Anderson has to say. And as he breaks down the history and he understands that, he understands the game because he's been in the game. He's worked for, in politics. He came out of politics. He said he wanted to do something for black people. He wanted to fight for black people. Now, black people have been ignoring Dr. Claude Anderson for years, and that's very clear. If you look at the state of black people, it shows that not only has Dr. Claude Anderson been ignored, but all of our ancestors have been ignored. We've completely ignored them. They gave us the goddamn blueprints. They done wrote the books. They've done all this work. And here we are. He said if we don't get our shit together in a year, ain't no coming back. That was ominous for me. Because as hopeful as I want to be, I don't see black folk getting their shit together in no year. Not starting from where we are now. Not like we trying to convince the last 20% of black people to be down with the team. You trying to convince 99% of black people to be down for the team. It ain't like we at the last leg, we trying to get the last little bit of people in here with us. No, hell no. That's not what's going on. That's not what's going on. We've been ignoring the greats like Dr. Claude Anderson. Here he is, 85 years old. He's been ignored the whole time. He speaks very plainly, not trying to be extra smart or over your head. He speaks very plainly. He always has. Every time I've ever heard him speak, he speaks very plainly. And I agree with a lot of his shit. There's only one area that I disagree with him in as he builds his five steps of, how he sees us building black wealth, building black communities. There's only one area I disagree on, and that's the part where he suggests that black people buy politicians. That's the only part. That's the only part that I have an issue with seeing in my mind, seeing it work. You know what I'm saying? As to buying politicians, like how you gonna outspend the motherfuckers that print money? I don't, But either way, I would much rather hear him speak about reparations and his ideas on reparations than a lot of people that do speak about reparations and things like that. And he basically said a lot of these motherfuckers talking about reparations jacked off me. They just ride my wave and not giving reverence to him either. When you hear people talk about reparations, if they don't say nothing about Dr. Claude Anderson, you need to be looking at him a little bit sideways. A little bit sideways. Because he should be the one that's referenced. Yeah, I understand that. Jennings Bradford said, he said that because every other group buys politicians, but we don't have no money anyway. That's not true. Every other group doesn't buy politicians. That's not what they do. Every other group is close enough to white to get shit done. It's black people that are constantly being oppressed. And we could go to anybody with all the money we want, and no, they still gonna be like, well, we're not gonna do shit for y'all black folk. So that's the only part I don't really. But I do like his ideas about not voting. He does say voting is a sham, which you should understand that by now. Voting is a complete sham. So I liked him getting up there saying that, because a lot of these people claim to be woke and then they turn around and talk about voting like it's a real thing. I like what he had to say about us fighting for civil rights and the civil rights movement overall. It's just like what we fought for doesn't make sense. I mean, he talked about the fact that his family owned a bus company in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. actually. And he talked about that it was a black-owned bus company, had about 500 buses. And when integration was jumping off, black people decided that they wanted to ride on white buses. They just want to be around white folk. That's it. That was the win. To get on buses with white people, not support your own, not build up your own infrastructure, but be around white folk. This is the same mentality black folk got right now. Obsessed with just being around white people, wanting to be accepted by white people, want white people to treat them equal and all this shit. Like, those are fantasies. These are fantasy ideas that doesn't make any sense. But this is what we continue to be. That's why he said, that's what made it so ominous to me when he said, we got a year to get our shit together or it's a wrap. It's just like, I don't think we're going to be able to get over this in no year. Like, these black folk I'm talking about levels of sickness. He gave the 5 levels of, the 5 stages of building a community. There's like 6 or 7 levels of sickness that you got to get through before we can even start with the 5 levels. It's like you dealing with people out here that are still arguing with black people that you shouldn't even be pro-black. I get called racist more by black people than I do white folk. This is what we dealing with. So I hope we got more than a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope we have more than a year because we dealing with some psychological, people having these psychological issues. Black folk got some very serious psychological issues. Well, we can't. He talked about unifying. Working together. That's the first step. I've been saying this shit for the longest. Malcolm X said it before he did. One of the biggest mistakes of the movement is trying to just go out here and do shit. You cannot do shit if black people aren't on the same page. Yeah, Kevin, Kevin said, so basically he said we were doomed. I got to have hope, all right? Because he's 85 and he's still having hope, goddammit. So I'm but 36, and that's relatively old, but damn it, I got to have some hope. He didn't have hope to keep doing his work like this. I got to keep having hope. I got no choice. I don't have nothing else to hold on to. I got to have hope in black folk. It's just very difficult because black people are so scattered in different areas, things that we think are important. You have a big wave of people that are still trying to use politics to make things happen, talking about reparations. And again, if they're not giving reverence to Dr. Claude Anderson, y'all need to start just saying, look, no, I can't fuck with you like that. Because you acting like you just created some shit out of the fucking sky. It fell out of the sky. Like, no. Dr. Claude Anderson been talking about this shit for too long. If you followed him, I need to make a t-shirt with him on it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a t-shirt with him on there. Because he don't get enough respect. But nonetheless, he been talking about this shit. So you got people talking about reparations and you don't hear Dr. Claude Anderson's name. You got people talking about, well, shit, I should be brought to the table to talk about reparations. These motherfuckers ain't calling me. What you should be saying is they're not talking to Dr. Claude Anderson. But these people have egos involved to where they're not going to say that because they want to feel like they are the originators of this shit. They're the originators of the conversation. Dr. Claude Anderson is still alive. I'm getting tired of hearing motherfuckers talk about Martin Luther King Jr. as it comes to, or as it pertains to reparations. He even talked about how we should classify ourselves in this nation. And I don't want to misquote him, but he said Black Natives of America or Black Native Americans or something like that. But he even speaks on that of a distinction. Black Native Americans. He talks about the Dawes Rolls. He's actually the first person I heard talk about the Dawes Rolls. And, I think it was on one of the Hidden Colors. I don't know which one it was. But it was him I heard talk about the Dawes Roll. These $5 Indians is what they call them. He was the first one I heard talk about that. But if they're not paying their respects to Dr. Claude Anderson, if he's not at the top of who they're trying to get come to their little meetings and all this shit they having, no, I don't respect him. I don't respect him at all. I'm gonna get to some of y'all's comments this time. I know last few shows I've done, I haven't really dealt with y'all's comments, so I'll deal with y'all's comments starting now. We gonna just keep it in line with what we got going on here. Not no random shit about what I ate yesterday. I don't need that shit. I don't need questions like that. Somebody's talking about Yvette Carnell. Says Yvette did several shows on Dr. Claude Anderson. I don't follow her closely enough to know what all she's done shows on. So, I wouldn't doubt that she did that. If she did do that, then she's not one of the people that I'm talking about. I'm talking about anybody talking about reparations that aren't giving reference to Dr. Claude Anderson. So if she did, her name shouldn't even be brought up. No. So if she's doing that, then that's respectable, but it's the people that aren't doing that. I don't know what all Yvette got going on. I know she banging though. Keith David asks, do you believe we are African American? What is that to believe in? No, that didn't come out. Do you know when that term came out? Jesse Jackson came out with African American. If we're going to be using that metric, we can say that everybody is African, fill in whatever place that they live in. Because that's the motherland. That's where life came from there. So you might as well be, just like a person is African American, a person would be, I guess I would be almost similar to how Afro-Latino don't work. It would have to be Afro, or African Canadian, African South American, African, United Kingdom, no. I don't even think that matters. If you believe you're an African American, that's fine. As long as when the line starts forming, when we say everybody get in line, as long as you bring your ass over here, I don't really give a fuck what you call yourself before you get there. I don't care. You can be African American, Israelites, Moors, indigenous, native. I don't give a fuck what you call yourself. I'm ready for us to, when it come time to unify, you can be calling yourself anything you want to, long as you making it towards this way to get in motherfucking line. I really don't care. I think that's one of those silly things that we get stuck on, like that shit matters. That shit don't matter to nobody but us. So it doesn't really matter to me personally. Monte A says, white people are not going to give you any money. If we're going to get our check, it has to be a revolution. Well, shit. I mean, honestly, I don't really give a fuck whether white folk give us money or not. I'm really more concerned with the minds of black people. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't give a fuck. Gonna be honest with you. I would rather our minds be in the right place than, money and stuff like that. I want us to get our shit together. Like, I want us to get on the same motherfucking page as the people. I mean, money and all that shit, I ain't really worried about all that personally. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an issue with the reparations claim. I don't have an issue with people fighting for that. But it's just, you anybody doing this type of work, whatever it is, whether it be you getting on YouTube, whether you're out in the streets, you're having to convince black people to care. Do you know how that can weigh on your fucking spirit after a while? I've been trying for years to get black people to care. It's been motherfuckers that spent their whole adult lives up until old age and died trying to get black people to care. That shit is it can be very stressful on the mind. It can wear you down. It can frustrate you. That's the battlefront that black people are faced with, and we shouldn't be faced with that, but that's the one we're on. Just trying to convince black people to care enough. And that shit is difficult as fuck. It's difficult. So white people giving me money, I don't get on here and talk about white people giving me shit. I'm talking about black folk liberating themselves and coming together. That's what I'm talking about. And not giving a fuck about white folk. That's what I'm trying to get black people to do. Stop caring about these motherfuckers. Stop needing their validation. Stop looking up to them. Stop looking to them for guidance. Just stop that shit. Stop trying to infuse yourself into their systems and wanting them to work for you. And that puts me in the mind of Gabrielle Union going to work at I don't know, it's America's Got Talent or something like that. We gotta stop. Like why are you there? What are you doing over there with them folk? I don't understand that. Now we go into places and then, well, they racist, y'all. Look, it's like, what the fuck you doing over there? We got too many black folk out here in the entertainment world that got money. Like, what? Why are we still? What are we still doing? Going to fuck with white folk like that? That shit bothers me. Especially we're gonna be crying about how unfairly we're treated. You know you ain't gonna go in there and get to break free like that. You know they're not about to how you doing that, which is the same reason you should look at Colin Kaepernick's side eye, because anybody revolutionary, they're going to do something to knock you down or get rid of you completely. Look at what they did to Orlando. Damn, I'm about to say his name wrong. Orlando Jones, Orlando Brown. The Mr. Nancy, we just talked about that on the last live show I did. Look what they did. Like, you're not gonna beat, but so strong. Now hold on, nigga. Like, wait a minute. Not too much. Not too much. You can do just enough. We know y'all a little bit woke, but don't be causing for black folk to stop trying to assimilate, to stop trying to please me. Because that's all white folk want. They are threatened by black people that aren't trying to please them. That aren't fake smiling when they see them. Doing that little dumbass, fake ass voice y'all do. Waving and shit like this. Talking about some goddamn good morning. No, this morning ain't that good. I'm living in a system of white supremacy. And your people are okay with it. So I don't need you waving, fake smiling. I don't need all of that. White people are terrified that y'all black folk gonna stop caring about what they think about you. That terrifies them. It terrifies black folk. That's why you have to try to convince them to be proud of themselves. It terrifies black folk because they're so worried about what white folk gonna think about them. They terrified. That's the scariest thing for us. La Stizzy says, what do you think about building our own schools? I think that's a big play. We just had Dr. Umar got on the Breakfast Club and he talked about the importance of, and even before him, I mean, you don't even have to look at the Breakfast Club. You know, I'm in support of that. But you know what it takes to get black people to support black schools? Black people do not give a fuck about what white folk thinking. Do you know how hard that is? Again, these things, whether it be building black schools, supporting black businesses, and I've said this so many times, like, you can have the plan or the mindset to do these things. To get black people on board with you is the hard part. It's black people that think black schools are racist schools. Well, if white folks just had white schools, then y'all would be saying they racist. This is what you hear from black people. When white folk done had white schools, they still got them right now. They just have the decency enough to not try to turn into a blatantly, overtly racist thing. They just gentrify you the fuck up out of there and build schools over there with them. Now they all white by default. Because the district is white. You got black people's self-esteem so low. And we so silly in our minds and the way we think about, well, if white folk did that, y'all black folk would be out here complaining. They been doing it. What are you talking? Like, I hate seeing that shit. Like, what are you talking about? They've been doing it. All right, no if. I hate when motherfuckers start a sentence off with if white folk. What you mean if? What are you talking about if? Where are you living? Where have you been? They've done everything that can be done and still doing it right now. What do you mean if they did it? They're actually doing it. But this is what black folk will say to you. This is what we're dealing with. This is the mindset that we're dealing with. As we're trying to push for things like reparations or black schools or black banks or black businesses, you dealing with people that sit around, well, that's racist, you know, y'all black folk always. It's like, you can't even express your grievances without somebody black coming in to support white folk to you. For them. White folk don't even got to show up. You're going to have black folk checking you for them. And they don't even have to fucking be around. Do you know what the fuck that looks like? Let me try to look straight. Do you understand that? What I'm saying to you? White folk don't even have to defend themselves. Black folk will do it for them. This is what we're dealing with. Believing that somehow, you know, white folk looking out for them in some weird way. I still don't understand why black people believe white folk looking out for them, but that's what we believe. Oh, yeah, these white folks, they love us like that. Yeah, they love us. This is what we're dealing with. This is the mindset that we're dealing with. Who is this TK Kirkland? You wow. Whoever this is, I know it's not TK Kirkland for real. But TK Kirkland says, I introduced Orlando Jones to his white wife. Now, I did hear that he had a white wife. I did hear that. I heard that. I heard he had a white wife. Don't know who she is. Don't know where she is. I know she's not in the front lines or I would know who she is. That's the thing. Like, you find out these motherfuckers that are with these white folk, and you be like, why don't I know them already? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why don't I know this white person? This white person is one of the ones that be on the front lines. Well, since that doesn't really exist, when you see these white motherfuckers, you're like, wait, where the fuck that bitch come from? How are you okay, so you like this, but your white bitch is not even on the front lines. But you complaining? Okay. But your white bitch ain't gonna, he or she ain't gonna, they're not on the front lines at all. It doesn't make any sense to me. Shout out to Benjamin James putting some motherfucking tithes on the books real quick. I appreciate the tithes and offerings, brother. Says Facebook put black speakers in jail, but not the speakers that harass black folks. Well, you gotta understand who Facebook is ran by first. And I used to be like this. I used to get mad. I used to get really upset when Facebook would block me, jail me. I used to get mad about Instagram deleting my pages. I was getting mad at YouTube about them. They deleted my channels. They blocked channels and things like that. But then I had to start looking at this shit from a different mindset. As to if I was white supremacy, what the fuck would I do? If I saw there was a movement of black people organizing in some type of way, now they don't have to be around each other, using my platform to link up, share knowledge, share information, spread pride, what would I do if I was white supremacy? I would cut that shit off. That's what I would do. That's just, and to me, it's basic. Like, why would you want the people you've been trying to oppress to fuck around and use your platform to wake up? Now imagine the white supremacy meetings. Imagine the white supremacy meetings after black folk done fucked around and wake up. Imagine those meetings like, Mark, they used your motherfucking platform to get unified. So it's off with your motherfucking head. That's what they're gonna do. You allowed them to unify on your platform. You allowing this information to be disseminated amongst black people. Y'all don't understand how scared they are that y'all gonna stop giving a fuck about what they think about you and care about each other. So of course they're going to what they call circle the motherfucking wagons and lock this shit down. That's what they're gonna do. That's just, if it was me, that's what I would do. If I'm trying to oppress you, make sure your kids stay oppressed too. I'm going to put entertainers in front of them. I'll let those videos go viral. Give you the Meg Thee Stallions, give you the Nickies, give you the Cardis, give you all these goddamn self-destructive ass bitches, all these self-destructive ass rappers. I'll give you the motherfucking goddamn Lil Pumps and Lil this and Lil that. I'll have them telling you about taking pills and all this stupid shit. I'll put that out there. That's okay. Let me push drugs. Taking of drugs, that's fine. That song can have 1 billion views on YouTube. But if you have a black man or woman spreading information, they must be stopped. Wouldn't you do the same thing? I mean, if you were white supremacy, sometimes you have to do that to get some understanding so that way you won't be so enraged. That way you won't be so upset. Because I used to get upset, but I start understanding. You know, okay. Okay, I see what they're doing. I understand how they have to circle the wagons. Shout out to Huey Khalid X. Mad love for the tithes and offerings. Says, fam, I have also been called racist by black folks. Some of these folks got a white Jesus proudly on their freaking wall too. The programming is strong. SMH. Strong as fuck. Man, you asking black people to get rid of white Jesus? Man, the fact that you even have to convince, again, this is where we are. This is what I want people to understand. A lot of people don't really vibe with me because they want me to create some fantasy world where we can just do all this shit without having black people's mind in the right place. You're not getting shit done unless black people's mind in the right place. The fact that you having to convince, and this is in so-called 2019, convince black people to take white Jesus down. That shouldn't even be something that you have to do. You already done took the fucking the bullshit ass religion. Okay, cool. Why the fuck are you having images of white Jesus up? Why is that still a thing? You study the Bible. You say you know Jesus. Hell, you can even go to Jesus for me. Pastor, what you doing? What are you doing? What part of Jesus is telling you to put a white man up in this motherfucker? And you know what'll happen? If that black pastor put up a goddamn black Jesus, you know what'll happen? The congregation will get the fuck up and walk out. Pass. You know. You're not gonna do this. You're not gonna do this. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. That's what the congregation will say. But because you know what? How black people justify white Jesus? Oh, the race don't matter. I worship rainbow Jesus. It's not that important. Well, why the fuck you got the white one up? It's only in defense of the white where they say it don't matter. This is the mentality that we out here, we up against. It's only in defense of the white. When you come in and say, look, why the fuck you got this white Jesus up? Get out of here. Like, what are you doing worshiping the white Jesus? Oh, race don't matter. Okay. Well, what about a black one? No. We're not going to do all of that. You just said it don't matter. Make them look like you did. They get offended by this type of suggestion. It's offensive to them. This is what the psychological effects that Christianity has had on the black mind. We are dealing with people who have been programmed in all different types of ways. All of them self-hating. But we've been programmed to defend self-hating ass behaviors. We even tie our religion to it. Like, this is the mentality of the people that we're dealing with out here. That's why we can't get shit built. Or built, rather. This is what the problem is. It ain't necessarily money. Because we can put our money together and get some shit done out here. It's just the willingness to do so. And to be black and proud. Unapologetically black and proud. You have to convince black people to do that. And they're going to be mad at you. Because people be mad at me all the time. Because I'm like this all the time. I don't fuck around. I don't fuck around. I don't mince words. I don't bite my tongue. I don't do that shit. Only thing I might do is sometimes if I'm having an intellectual debate with somebody, I might leave out the profanity. That's it. That's it. That's all. I might leave out the would-be cuss words. That's it. I'm still banging though. For us at all times. You can be that when you stop being scared. Black people can't be that because they're still scared. Constantly scared. And white people worried that y'all ain't going to be scared no more. This is why they shutting down with the Facebook and the Instagram and the YouTube. This is why they doing all of that. They scared y'all ain't going to be scared no more. Now, the people ain't really dealing with white supremacy. If you're not dealing with white supremacy, I guess the channels that, you know, going to do this whole black man, black woman shit, they not going to have no issues. They'll be all right. They'll be fine. But when you dealing with white supremacy, black people looking at white people and deciding, well, I don't give a fuck what you think. Those channels that promote that type of shit will be very serious issues moving forward. Moving forward. You'll still see your black men versus black women groups and videos and live streams. And those will still be here. You'll see black folk reviewing music and, you know, doing hair and makeup tutorials. And all. That stuff ain't going nowhere. That stuff's safe. It ain't causing us to do no shit like this. This shit is the problem. Where they'll just demonetize your channel and, you know, keep moving. No, we cannot talk about Kwanzaa. What, I mean? Bree H talking about, can we talk about Kwanzaa? Like, what is there to be said about Kwanzaa? If you're going to celebrate Kwanzaa, support a black business. That's it. There's nothing much to be, there's really nothing much to be discussed. Because I'm not going to get on y'all about y'all holidays. I'm telling y'all, if you dealing with somebody that does videos and things like that, and you're noticing that they're stuck in a place, and they're not really growing, moving forward, I'm not going to keep banging with y'all about holiday. Do your holiday. Okay, take your holiday to support black business. Give reverence to your ancestors. Start doing this type of stuff. Because y'all going to celebrate it. Whatever you choose, you're going to do something. So I'm not going to keep doing that. I'm not going to keep doing history. Here's why you shouldn't celebrate. Here's why you shouldn't celebrate. I'm going to laugh at you for celebrating sometimes. I'm going to make fun of you. Okay, that's just a part of who I am. What the fuck am I supposed to do, you know? What can I do? I'm going to do that. But I'm trying to think of different ways to tap into the mindset of black people and reach black people where they are. To give them somewhere to start. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't know what everybody else trying to do. I don't. So Kwanzaa, don't got shit to say about it. I wouldn't celebrate the motherfucking shit. It's a better alternative. But if you going out to support white businesses with your I don't forget how many exact days of gifts it is, but if you going to buy all your gifts at a white business, then Kwanzaa ain't worth a fuck, just like Christmas ain't worth a fuck. It's all the same fuckery then. Support black businesses. This is my plug. Support black shit. Don't care what you're doing. Support black shit. That's all it is to it. It's not working telling black people history. It's not working telling black people not to celebrate shit. That stuff ain't working. So I'm not going to keep doing it. That shit ain't working. I'm trying to convince black people to find that pride within themselves and exude that pride at all times and show them that it can be done. It can happen. You just got to stop being scared. Celebrate your fucking holidays, but just support a black business out there. That's what should be happening. Get with your family, talk about your ancestors, give reverence. You see, that's what it should be. And if you following people that ain't changing, they're not gonna help you they're not gonna help you progress. I don't feel like, especially with the way that I've been on making videos on YouTube since 2008. That's 11 years. If I was the same motherfucker that I am now as I was in 2008, something is wrong. Something is wrong. If you following people and them bitches is the same, it's like they're not trying to cut the corner right here, or maybe let me try going over here real quick and seeing how me slide in right here. If they not doing that, then you're not gonna be able to grow with them like that. They're not gonna lead you into the right direction. I'm trying to better myself and put it out here for y'all at the same time. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's very true. Jack one Upton Tone. I could be fucking it up. I'm gonna call you Jack. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call you Jack. It says black people are also fighting the war of distraction. That's a very interesting comment because the war of distraction is a war of the mind. The reason you black people can be distracted is because our shit's so weak. And the reason our shit's so weak is because our parents' shit is so fucking weak. My mama sitting around worshiping white Jesus. What the fuck she gonna teach me as a black child? What she got for me? My family worshiping white Jesus. What the fuck they gonna put in my mind? Weakness, inferiority. A weak mind with the inferiority complex is able to be manipulated, is able to be distracted very easily. It's very easy to distract an idle mind of black people because ain't shit on our mind. Ain't nothing on it. If you ain't got nothing on your mind, then you easily distractible. I don't even know if it's distractible. Is this these real words? I don't know if distractible is a real word, but you are very susceptible to all forms of distraction when your idle mind is trash. When you sitting around, let me tell you how you know who you are and where you stand in this life. I'm gonna give you a little test. Check out your mind sometime when you just drifting off. Just when you ain't really thinking about too much anything. What's on your mind then? In that moment, are you trying to figure out what the fuck Cardi B doing? You know you can learn where you are in your mind is when your idle mind, when you resting, when you chilling. What you thinking about then? Are you thinking about ways that you can exude more pride, ways that you can put more pride into your children? Different tactics that you could use? Different tactics that you could use to be a better black person and be a better representation of what we supposed to be? Or are you on some bullshit in your mind? Stalking somebody that you fucking probably. Some of y'all drift. I wonder what the fuck they doing. They ain't called me in like 35 minutes. What the fuck that bitch doing? It's crazy. Motherfuckers is crazy. Y'all be careful with these simple crazy motherfuckers. It's your idle mind. This is how you get to figure out who you truly are. Is what you doing with your idle mind. What thoughts are filling your idle mind? Are you really wanting to be better? That's what you got to ask yourself. Are you wanting to be better? Or are you comfortable being the way that you are? Thinking about dumb shit all day long. We have to understand that shit. But the propaganda has worked on us so efficiently. It's been so effective that that's not where our minds be. Our minds be thinking about what celebrities is doing. Celebrities ain't thinking about you. But you trying to figure out what they doing. What they got going on. Who they fucking this week. Oh, I saw he was cheating on her. Let me see. What's the motherfucker I always see that about? God, one of these black men that do rap or something. Offset. You just take Cardi B husband. Oh, he cheating on her. It's like, okay. Are you still living in a system of white supremacy? Are we trying to figure out that, or are we just worried about not even your man's dick, another man's dick over here? Somebody worried about somebody's dick by proxy. It ain't even your dick, not even in your vicinity. It's over there somewhere. You worried about what they dick doing, and also gonna tell her what she should do based on what he doing. This is like, I'm talking about headaches right here. They start right there, and then they spread over to the sides. Is what, it's kind of fans out, but they start right in the middle. And it's just like, So not only do you have time to even speculate whether somebody's cheating or not, you also have time to tell another person what they should do. As to, you got all this time now. And here I am. I'm out here living in a system of white supremacy. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I can do to inspire my children to be better about my black shit. And you telling somebody what they supposed to do, who they supposed to leave, I'd have been gone. It's like, black men, this person's a simp, and this motherfucker a simp, and simp, and simp. Like, if y'all were as great as detecting when you are being a fucking coward and standing up for yourself as you are as detecting simps, we'd be in a whole different situation by now. Oh, man. And black folk could turn our discernment, because we got this, we feel like we got this intuition, but it's just wasted. It's so wasted. Motherfuckers believe they got magic powers. Like, I had knew. Like, okay, you know all this shit that don't matter. What the fuck do you know about the system of white supremacy? What you know about that? About your black kids? What do you know about that? Like, what the fuck? Yes, Dwayne Wade is wild. This is the last thing I seen the other day. Dwayne Wade apparently was on some show talking about how he supported his son, or she expressed herself. He referred to him as a she. Just all this shit. And of course, niggas give him hell. Niggas give him hell for that. And I'm like, cool. That's some wild shit. I don't think I could consciously call my son a she. Even if he was to decide to do some shit like that, I wouldn't do it. But I'm not about to get at no whole bunch of like that little team they got, Dwayne Wade, his kids, Gabrielle Union. We gotta just do them like this. Okay, y'all ain't for black empowerment. Y'all not moving the team forward. So if your attention is on them right here, what you gotta do is be like, oh, okay, let me just sit y'all over here out of my motherfucking viewpoint, because nothing involving your family is uplifting our people. Nothing. So let me just do you like this, sit you down, and we need to start doing that with a lot more of these other famous motherfuckers. Nothing Beyonce wore last night is Puff Daddy's birthday party. That's just that ain't really doing nothing for the system that's fighting. It's not doing anything at all. I mean, you can glance at it, but motherfuckers get so fixated on this shit. And you'll see posts going viral about this type of shit. And that's what worries me. That's what makes it so ominous if you're doing this type of work. It just makes it very, very problematic, man. Very problematic. Now, this is the type of shit that we focused on. It's like, man, it's kids going goddamn missing out here. We know what they're doing, organ harvesting as well as sex trafficking. But, you know, it's like, that shit don't really matter because a bitch sitting around trying to figure out what the password is to a man's phone so she can see who he or find out who he fucking. It's like, y'all could be finding some kids. Cause I mean, you could be out here looking for some kids. You know, like, I saw a post the other day on the Shade Room. I didn't watch the fucking video. It was some type of, what they was calling some type of hack. Some bitch was sitting there getting into some man's phone, then going through all this extra fuckery to get into his phone. Basically done cast a spell over the phone, you know. Done cast a spell over the phone to break into it. Figure out what's going on in his phone. It's like, it's kids missing. You like, use your, you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. It's other shit going on. Use your skills for shit that matters, though. It doesn't make any sense. And that's what keeps me worried about black people like that, man. Michael, oh, that's a good point. It says, why do we even pay attention to so-called celebrities? They don't pay my bills. I don't think they paying nobody's goddamn bills. Hell, they charging you a goddamn arm and a motherfucking leg just to come see him in concert. Yeah. They know you broke. They're still gonna charge you $3,000 to come sit. Now, of course, I'm exaggerating, but still gonna charge you $3,000 to come sit in the front row. That's how much they care about you. That's what you are to them. You hear motherfuckers talking about how much they love their fans and all this shit. Like, motherfucker, love me so much that you take these prices down real quick. Love me that much. Let me see that type of love, because if you ain't loving me like that, I don't really need the rest of the bullshit you're talking about. It don't really matter. Because I got bills. I work at a regular job. There's a lot of these motherfuckers are shame people that work at regular jobs. I mean, when Jay-Z was doing that shit on his 444 album, y'all was sucking Jay-Z's dick. Like, y'all was deep throating Hove. And he makes fun of motherfuckers at regular jobs all the time. Like, I mean, at one line, he got in the Meek Mill song, what's your employer name with your hands free? Like, motherfucker, I work at a call center. Like, stall me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, why you gotta, you know what I mean? Like, why you gotta come at me? Okay, I'm at a call center and all, and really and truly, I don't want to be at the motherfucker, but why you got to, I mean, why you gotta do that? Talking about some what's free. Because you got a goddamn $1 billion now. Nah. But that's what we gotta do. Blessed Love says, I have a question for you about individuals that are pissed about the fact that their whole life has been a lie. But how do you leave your old self, family, and etc. and know that you are great doing so? Well, that's just a decision that you got to make. That's a decision. If your family, I'm going to tell you something, man. If your family really fuck with you, really fuck with you like that, your friends or whoever you're classifying as the people that fucked with you, then they're going to fuck with the new you too. See, we have this idea that we have, these would be lifelong friends. And what you will find out is even with family, you don't have lifelong friends and family. It's a nice concept. You was raised around these motherfuckers. You grew up with them. But once you make that, especially when you turn towards your pro-blackness, you make that turn, man, look, you're done. I've been through it. I experience it all the time. You are done. Once you make that boom right there, because typically when you deal with black folk, a lot of them going to be religious anyway. So if you do any pro-black shit or you put down white Jesus, you just take that dick right out your mouth. You take the white dick out your mouth like, damn, I'm tired of sucking this white Jesus dick. I'm getting sick and tired of this shit. I'm done with it. Your family gonna be like, you tired of sucking white Jesus dick? You can just get the fuck out of here. But you have to be ready for that. Because that's how sick motherfuckers are. They gonna suck that dick all their life. That's what they gonna do. That's exactly what they gonna do. Once you figure out you've been lied to, Other people are going to be very negative about what you're waking up to, what you're noticing, especially as it pertains to white supremacy, especially as it pertains to their religions. If you with black folk, your friends is black, if they really your friends, they're gonna ride with you. I might not agree with what you believe in, but I see what you're saying. Because once you start on that pro-black shit, black people can't justifiably disagree with you. They can emotionally disagree with you. Well, I loves white folk. That's really all they be saying. Everything that's coming out of their mouth is really them saying that. I loves white folk. That's all they're saying. That's all they can say. Because there's too much proof. Like you can't just chalk this up and ignore all of this, and you black, you don't get to do that. You don't get the benefit of doing that. So if you mad at me for bringing it to you, and all you got is, well, I love them. I don't know what I'm going to do without them. I can't do it. They willing to let you go. That's how strong this white supremacy shit is. That's how strong this social engineering is. They'll let you go for white folk to hold on to those same ideas. Even though everything you're saying is logical. Everything you're saying makes sense. Black power, black pride. Everything you're saying making sense. But they love white people so much. Even you can be sacrificed for them. That ain't your friend. You're not losing no friends. I know we use that terminology. You ain't losing no friends, and you're damn sure not losing no goddamn family. Because you know what family ain't gonna do? They're not gonna leave you. Black folk will support a goddamn crackhead before they support somebody pro-black. Ain't that crazy? That's insane, really. If you listen to it, if you think about it. They will support a full-blown crackhead, drug addict, abuser, child molester. They will accept them before they fuck with you on some pro-black shit. Ain't that crazy? That blows my mind. Just for it to be an observation that I made in my lifetime. They will accept alcoholics, motherfuckers that's trash as fuck, abusive. They'll accept all of that. But you do this shit right here, they don't even want to fuck with you no more. You say, man, fuck white Jesus. They'll put you out. Pedophiles in the goddamn, right there at the family reunion. Molesters, pedophiles right there. Gotta keep that. We gon' still gotta accept them anyway. You gotta. But if you do this, they're gonna tell you get the fuck out. That ain't your goddamn family. You see. That's not your family. And that's how you gotta look at it. I know it's a hard, because my shit so, I guess I'm at the point, my shit's so fucking cold. Like, I don't have, it's just cold. Like, I don't give a fuck. Could care less. I don't care who it is. If a motherfucker in my family or would be a friend or something like that don't fuck with me like this right here, the me that I am, doesn't bother me. I lose no sleep. And I know that them motherfuckers don't love me. They love the coon that they thought I was. And if you love the coon that you thought I was, the coon that I had been, that's the reason you thought I was that. If you love that coon and you don't love me the way that I am now, then you never loved me. You was in love with that coon. Because they was cooning with you. You see what I'm saying? People love these little groups of coons. Actually, I'm going to tell y'all, this is a fun fact. A fun fact, real quick. That a group of coons, literally raccoons, is called a gaze. Gaze. A group of coons, raccoons, is called a nursery as well. Just a little random, it's a random fun fact. People love you when you're cooning with them, though. They love you then. At the club, wasting your time, sucking different dicks every weekend, chasing different pieces of pussy every weekend. Love you throwing your money up at the strip club. Love you sitting around talking about LeBron all day. They love you in that state. Because that doesn't make them uncomfortable. Because that's not doing anything to affect the system of white supremacy. Black people's biggest fear is to do anything to disrupt the system of white supremacy. Anything to disrupt the idea that white people have that we gonna always do things to please them, or black people's almost seeming innate desire to please white people. If you do anything to disturb any of that, black people will lose their mind and disown you. And they will disown you. These your own people. That's all it is to it. This is where we at, though. Of course, you know, we drawing closer to the end of the so-called year 2019. And you got people, you know, talking about what they're going to do next year and shit like that. And what I don't see a large amount of is, I'm going to kill the coon inside of me. Have y'all ever noticed that shit? Like, don't nobody really make that a, you know, that's not really a resolution. Like, this year, I'm going to topple this coon inside of me. I'm going to do something about this shit this year. I'm tired of this motherfucking coon inside of me is affecting me in my everyday life. You don't see no resolutions like that. You don't see that shit. I'm gonna represent black pride. I'm gonna stand up for myself more this year. I'm not gonna keep smiling at these fucking white folks. They say little subtle racist shit to me just so I can keep this goddamn job. I'm not gonna keep doing this shit. I'm standing up for my motherfucking self this year. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna fake be a coon just to keep these little dumbass friends I got because they wasting my time anyway. And I don't keep trying to fuck with them. And I don't keep letting this mentality hold me back because I feel like it's holding me back. We don't make those type of declarations or resolutions to choke that motherfucking coon. It's like just choke that motherfucker. It's inside of you. I done choked mine out. I had to get that motherfucker, because the shit, sometimes the two-headed enough, you gotta put that motherfucker's head right there. You gotta choke that bitch the fuck out, like strong arm that motherfucker and choke him out. And that motherfucker, I'm gonna tell you something about the coon inside of you. That motherfucker may stay alive for days, weeks, months even. As you choking this motherfucker out. It's a daily motherfucking struggle, but you gotta do it. You gotta see yourself being in situations where you are being a coward. Like, why the fuck do I always act like this around white folk? Like, what is this? What am I afraid of? You have to ask yourself those questions. This is true. Elijah Crowley says the older generations are unreachable. That's true. If the older generation that came through, especially the ones that came through the civil rights era, they saw this shit happening like this, and that didn't shit, then no. If that didn't move them, you not about to. They was living with the greats. They live with some of the greats, not the motherfuckers out here that's using, you know, black power, black pride to make money. No, they was living at the same time as some of the greatest black people. As far as liberation is concerned, they don't give a fuck. Okay? They scared. Know that. Understand it. They scared. And you being like you are, just it triggers something inside of them that they start remembering what they scared of. Like, no, we don't fuck with that. We wants to get along with these good white peoples. We's black out here, you know. It's an ode to Steve Harvey's bitch ass. His bitch coon ass. That's what old people got in them. We's black out here. That's it. So you terrified them. They didn't expect you to come along. They didn't expect you to be rebellious. They didn't expect you to throw down this white Jesus. We's black out here. That's it. That's all. That's where old black people are in this struggle. They the we's black out here, motherfuckers. And you will see a lot of people using that very same sentiment. We's black out here. And it's like, fuck you talking about? Cowardice. That's that coon though. You know, you just gotta, even if you want to think in your mind we's black out here, you'll hear a lot of this shit when people are doing conversations about police brutality. You'll hear a lot of that shit. It's we's black out here, but they'll try to use another name for it. Well, you know you black, so you gotta, you gotta make sure that you comply. We's black out here. The fuck? Fuck you mean? Why I gotta comply extrally in more of a way than anybody else on the motherfucking planet? Why can't I see something wrong with that ideology without you telling me we's black out here? There's something fundamentally wrong with the fact that I gotta act different than everybody else and I'm paying the same taxes as everybody else. There's something fundamentally wrong with that. I don't want to hear the we's black out here argument for that. Indigenous WOG says the devil is a lie. The entire idea of the devil is a lie, actually, as a matter of fact. The entire idea of the devil is a lie. The real, you gonna call somebody a devil, the real motherfucker that is the devil will be the motherfuckers that put money over human life. That'll watch you struggle as long as they're getting paid. That's the devil. That's the devil no matter what color he is. They show him as red. No. They look like us. Both white and black folk. The motherfucker that'll watch you struggle while they get paid. And sleep good too. That's what it is. BJ says you speaking straight facts. I appreciate it for hearing me out. I was the same way, trying to act a certain way around white folks. Like I had to prove something to their ass. Now I don't give two shits about what they think about me. FOH. Fuck out of here. And you right, you shouldn't care what they think about you because they don't care what you think about them. And they're not even in a position to be a moral authority. If you look at their behaviors, if you look at their pathology, they're not in a position. Like a motherfucker cannot fuck dogs and come tell me I need to pull my pants up. Like, we don't even think about that shit though. You don't get to fuck dogs and tell me I need to use proper English, bitch. Who the fuck you think you are? You don't get to enslave nations, murder people, rape everybody. You don't get to do all of that and come tell me how to be. You got to that shit got to come from within you. And you have to feel that shit because you look at them as like they're, like you're supposed to be proving something to them, but you got to understand, you got to look at their history. You don't get to do that. Lick a dog in the mouth? Don't take baths? What? You talking to me? Like that's how I feel about this. How you gotta feel about the motherfuckers? Like you talking to me? Ebonics is the issue, not bestiality. Okay. Not slavery, not racism, not the fact that y'all motherfuckers is racist as hell. I was riding through, actually on my way back to North Carolina today, and you'll see these flags anytime you come in, whether you come in south to, coming down through even Virginia, North Carolina, or even coming up north to North Carolina, you'll see these big dumbass, big huge Confederate flags right there on the right there as you going on the highway. I think I was on 95. I think I was on 95 coming north on 95. Big dumbass Confederate flag. Motherfucker, you can't talk to me. You delusional. You flying a flag of a team that lost. You're delusional. You don't get to tell me what proper English is. You don't get to tell me how to wear my motherfucking clothes. You don't get to tell me shit. Because you ain't worth a fuck. That's where we have to be with these motherfuckers. And stop trying to prove yourself to them because they'll put on suits. They fake smile. They do the same shit. But I know who the fuck they are. And if you know who they are, you don't feel like you gotta prove shit to them. Motherfucker. I ain't gotta prove shit to none of these motherfuckers. A lot of motherfucking black folk are, think that, well, I'm educated now, so, I went to a white university, so, and I talk just like them, so, I won't experience any racism. Them bitches so racist, it don't matter what you do. You can do anything. Cut all your facial hair off. Cut it all off, yeah. Cut it off. Use a fake voice. Put on your suits. Do all that. Get your education. You can walk around with your degree in your motherfucking wallet. You can try giving that to the cops. Look, officer, Yale. You see? That ain't gonna do shit for you. Not a goddamn thing. Because you know who's supposed to go in them prisons? Your ass. It don't matter. And that's what black people gotta get out of that mindset of trying to prove ourselves to them, trying to prove we're human to them. Know you human and demand motherfucking respect. Once you demanding respect, not asking for it, not trying to prove yourself, not begging for it. Once you demanding motherfucking respect, then you can have heart. That's what it takes. That's what help you not give a fuck. Then you get to have heart in front of anybody. It don't matter whether black folk, white folk, you got them yellow, green, purple. Don't matter who it is. You demand them respect. You're not asking for it. Black people have been in a position for decades of begging for respect from white folk. And you can imagine the arrogance the white folk people have at this point after watching them people conduct themselves this way for so long. Like, look, they even changed their voice to sound like us. I'll be arrogant too. Quite honestly, I told y'all earlier, sometimes you gotta put your mind in the mindset of white supremacy. I would be arrogant too. Now look at these niggas. They done changed their voice and everything. It's some motherfuckers that will goddamn take the soul out of themselves just to walk like white folk and everything. They try everything they can do. And I bet you white folk be like, look at these motherfucking niggas. You see them? Mindy, come here. Mindy, you see these niggas? Because he always calls his mama back from the back to watch y'all. Because the white man and his mama, y'all know I use these metrics. Mindy, come here. Look at these niggas. They trying everything. They are trying everything. And we still gonna do what the fuck ever to them. And they don't even know it. You even got black people that will come tell other black people to behave more like white people to get the respect of white people. You have black folk try to come convince you to do that. Black people will disrespect you. Ask you what you do for a living. Ask you what school you went to find a reason to disrespect you, and you black with them. That's how black people are. We'll try to disrespect the fuck out of you. Like what the fuck? They will judge you off of what you do for a living and your education. Other black people will do that. I done had to bang on some of them motherfuckers too. I don't give a fuck. I'll bang on them too. No issue, no problem. That's the heart you gotta have. Because, all right, motherfucker, you got me confused. So I can go there with you. Right, exactly. As Goddess Ayana pointed out. Says like Michael Vick talking about Kaepernick's hair. I remember that shit. Telling him to assimilate. Michael Vick did all the assimilation he could. Did everything for these white folk. And they still like, get this nigga the fuck up out of here. Cut hair and all. Proper English. We put him on TV, put mics in his face. He don't use none of the slang he used back when he was young. He got rid of all of it. Still get him the fuck up out of here. Over some dogs. They put dogs over you. Why the fuck you trying to impress motherfuckers that put dogs over you? Black people, I'm telling you, our psychology in our minds, our shit's fucked up. Our shit's fucked up though. They put dogs over you and you still trying to impress them. So what that says to them is, well, we can literally treat these motherfuckers like anything. And they still gonna try to be like us. And they're gonna beg to be where we are. They're gonna cry if we don't let them in. I mean, come on. Come on now. It don't make sense. Valentine Outlaw says, why is Eminem getting a pass though? Explain that. My fucking nose running like I'm a goddamn child. Explain what you mean when you say, why is Eminem getting a pass, though? I guess I don't understand. Try to elaborate on that a little bit. What type of pass is Eminem getting? Man, listen, T-Mo, listen. Okay, hold on. T-Mo, I'm going to get to you. Valentine says, Nick Cannon recently exposed Eminem for calling black women bitches in a song and dumb. That really wasn't an exposing Eminem that Nick Cannon did. Actually, it was, if you remember, I don't know how old you are, but if you remember, Benzino exposed Eminem for that. Exposed Eminem when him and Benzino was going back and forth. Benzino had exposed, I think, Eminem in high school. I think he might be like 16. He said black girls are bitches, black girls are dumb, and I think he even said white girls is better than black girls. He might have even said that. Now, I don't know if he's quote unquote getting a pass or not. I haven't really heard much other than, you know, he raps better than Nick Cannon. It doesn't matter whether he came out and full blown said whatever the fuck he wanted would have said about black women or black men. It wouldn't have mattered. Nick Cannon still can't rap, and you just gotta. That's just ain't nothing you can do about that. Nick Cannon is trash. And Nick Cannon said, as he's exposing Eminem, Nick Cannon, a black man, said that the way to end racism is to fuck white women. So Nick Cannon suggested genetic annihilation. Eminem said black girls is bitches and black girls is dumb, and said white girls is better than them, but he white, so I would imagine he would think that. But then he spent the rest of his career murdering white women in all of his songs. So I you know, it's one of those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you want to be specific about it. Nick Cannon said the way to end racism was through genetic annihilation. So, you know. Shout out to Jay Edwards for the tithes and offerings. Said, I like the way you cook. I'm always with you, bro. I appreciate it, brother. I really do. Leisha D. Shout out to Leisha D for the tithes and offerings. But Nick Cannon, I went in on Nick Cannon when he said that. I think Nick Cannon said that shit when he was in a Reza Islam. He was talking to Reza did some interview with Reza. And he was talking about interracial dating. He said that's the way to end racism. And I'm sitting here like, all right. Yeah, Nick Cannon said that. I made a whole video about Nick Cannon saying that during that interview. But, I mean, you know, I don't know. I think Nick should be more focused on putting that Dr. Sebi a documentary out that he said he was going to do versus trying to rap, because Nick, he can't rap. So, you know. Don't know. But Timo says black folk talk about reparations but not specifics, and when someone say they don't want money, that shows a lack of black cohesiveness on the issue. No one will respect our claim without unity. You're absolutely right. I hear a lot of black people saying that, you know, even the so-called woke people talking about how black people don't know they won't know what to do with their reparations. I hear that a lot, and it's like, how the fuck are you saying that? If you give black people money, they don't know what to do with it. They're going to go buy some chains, and they're going to go buy some rims. They're going to get that money right back to the white man. It's like, what? Like, what the fuck? What was that stupid ass shit you said again? If white people really believed that all black folks going to do to give money back to them, they'd have been gave you niggas reparations. So stop lying. You lying on your own people. That doesn't even make any motherfucking sense. If white people really thought all of us, they know it's some motherfuckers like me out here, and I ain't gonna say many of us. This a couple more. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. But they know everybody black is not gonna go do no rims and Jordan shit. You niggas say that about your own people, and white folk know that ain't true. If that was true, they'd have been gave you niggas reparations in the form of money. If they thought that, come on now. It kills me when black folks say that shit, man. That shit be blowing my motherfucking mind. Like, don't you open your motherfucking mouth talking about what black folk gonna do with the money. It ain't even a real thing. I can see, like, you know, if they was about to cut the check, like, we talking about theoretically getting money, and niggas will come in and say this stupid shit calling themselves woke. What? How the fuck? Y'all fuck with these people, though. This is y'all. This is y'all. Y'all fuck with these people that say this type of shit. It's a theory, and niggas go, y'all ain't gonna do nothing with it, man. Weaves, weaves and Jordans and chains and rims. No. If the white man and his mama, if this government really thought that that's what black folk was gonna do for real, black people would have been had reparations. They know there's enough black people who give a fuck. It ain't a lot of us, but it's enough of us that wouldn't be happening. Might fuck around and compete because we've competed with nothing. I get tired, nigga. We've competed with the white man and his mama with nothing. Building up our own areas, as even Dr. Clyde Anderson alluded to today in his interview in the Breakfast Club. We've competed with nothing. Black Wall Street, this is one of the most prominent examples that people use. We competed with nothing. You think if white folk really thought you niggas was gonna go buy Jordans, that they wouldn't have been gave you that money? They know that we make something out of nothing, and we've been doing that shit the whole time. Being great with nothing. So, I mean, it's disrespectful, man. It's disrespectful that, so-called pro-black people are able to come out here and say this. And what's more disrespectful is y'all will keep following them and be like, yeah, you right. You is right about that. No, they not right about that because they're ignoring the history and what we've done with nothing. So, it doesn't make any sense. They know what the fuck will happen out here. That's why they don't want to give black folks shit. Huey Freeman, you wild. Talking about it would be like that Chappelle Show skit on reparations. No, the fuck it wouldn't. Chappelle was a coon for putting that shit out here about his own people. But y'all think he woke. So I won't deal with Dave Chappelle because y'all got him as woke. Dave Chappelle is one of the only people that black people will still fully respect. Even though, just like we just said about Orlando Jones or Brown, I could be saying his name wrong. Y'all say, oh, he with a white woman. Dave Chappelle with a Chinese bitch. And nobody says a thing. He gets to slide off and be woke as fuck. And y'all don't hold him accountable for that shit at all, like y'all hold everybody else accountable. He one of them ones. I don't know how he ascended, but he one of them ones. Y'all let him off. Huey Freeman, you a goddamn lie. I'm gonna have to say you on some bullshit. He ain't woke, but that skit was correct. How the fuck you gonna say that skit was correct? What are you basing it on? Off of you? Because you're not basing it off of me. And you damn sure can't be basing it off all the black people. So how was that skit correct? How is that possible? Unless you just want to say some coon shit right now. I mean, you can do that. I can't knock you for, being on your coon shit right now. But how was that skit correct? And I'm not saying Dave Chappelle ain't funny. I mean, Killing Them Softly was hilarious. I'm not gonna sit here and say motherfucker ain't funny, but I don't think that's correct. Somebody said his wife is Cambodian. Y'all motherfuckers so damn dumb. It's like a motherfucker being like, man, he ain't married to a white woman. She's an Italian. She's a Scandinavian. Man, y'all niggas is dumb, man. Like I don't understand y'all sometimes. Y'all don't let niggas off the hook. As racist as Asians are, and this is how I know something's wrong with niggas. When it comes to like Dave Chappelle, he gets to get off with this shit. Asians is racist as fuck towards black folk. They've shown it in their hair stores. They've shown it in their food places. Even the God damn, we can go back a little ways with the L.A. riots. It was an Asian woman who shot and killed a black girl in and she got off. The Asian bitch got off. Asian bitch got off, shot and killed this black girl that was stealing something out of one of her stores. Shot the black girl in the head, and I wish I could remember the name of the little the black girl that she shot. Asians been racist towards you. You go over to Asia and see how they treat their dark-skinned Asians, their melanated Asians. They'll show you exactly how they feel about black folk. They'll show you right there. That's all. I don't know. Again, y'all have selective, y'all have selective memories. Somebody said her name was Latasha. Y'all don't mind when Asians brutalize y'all due to racism. That's okay. Y'all don't mind that shit at all. Huey Freeman, of course, still Conan, so I'm just going to ignore you at this point. Asian is not a race. Okay. I'm just going to ignore you. Because I didn't say Asian was a race. I actually called her a Chinese bitch. Actually. But there are melanated Asians, black Asians. There are Asians who have a white mentality. With damn near white skin. Some of y'all deem it as yellow. Doesn't really fucking matter to me. But either way, they're racist as fuck towards your black ass. I don't give a damn what race you call them. You can call them whatever you want. They still don't fuck with you though. They still don't fuck with you. And they still don't come to America and form any type of coalition fighting against racism for you. You know who else don't do that? White folk. That's who else don't do it. But I mean, Road TDQ says, I think Dave Chappelle is respected by most because he turned down millions because in his own, okay. I'm going to try to decrypt this shit. I think Dave Chappelle is respected by most because he turned down millions because in his own words, I didn't like how I portrayed black people. That was in an interview. Plus he refused to wear a dress. He did do that. And if he said he didn't like how he portrayed black people, that's what's up. That is what the fuck is up. But I just know that y'all don't allow people to be woke if they fucking white people, typically. And I don't know how Chinese I don't know how they got away with it. But either way, I mean, he speaks as though he understands racism at times. So I'll give him that. Blue D or Blood. I don't know what you're doing there. Says, if you had a chance to be in the Black Panther movement, would you? The new one or the old one? The old one, yeah. Most definitely. I don't see how no black person wasn't in that shit. Like, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the most powerful modern day movements that we've seen amongst black people, period. Bar none. Bar none. And I wish I could be a part of them with the knowledge I have now, so I could tell them, like, no, all these motherfuckers not down with your team, man. You can't just let everybody black in. That's the problem. You even run into I run into this same situation on, Instagram and shit like that. I see pictures of black folk and I be like, yeah, they down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an automatic thing. You think when you see your people, and this is why this tactic has been used against us so many times, is that you can be infiltrated by black people. Infiltrated because you just want to trust the fact that they black. They ain't gonna mean you no harm. They're not gonna report my page, but I bet money most of the time my page done been reported, my videos have been reported, it's been by black folk. But you want to believe that they down with you. That's a mistake that we all make. It is so hard. It's one of the most difficult things, and that's why white people use that method, because they know they can't really get close to us like that. So they'll send us to infiltrate us. And we have enough motherfucking coons out here and sellouts that works. That works. Black people infiltrated the Black Panther Party of the 60s. They infiltrated that. They were responsible for Fred Hampton being murdered. They're responsible for that. So you want to trust your own people. It's a natural thing. You want to see them throw the fist up and they throw one back up, and that shit is real. Like, it's right here. You want to believe that, but history has shown that you cannot believe that, and it's actually cost you to believe that. You pay the consequence. You pay the consequence of thinking like that, because these motherfuckers have no loyalty. They'll do anything for money. And that's what happens when you have a poor people, when you create that bottom caste class, is that now, okay, I'll make sure that they stay poor. Anytime I offer them a little bread, they'll do anything against their people, because we have the individualistic mindset. Another part of social engineering. Dylan says, honest question, why does Eddie Murphy get a pass? I don't recall giving Eddie Murphy a pass. I don't know what Eddie Murphy's doing with his life. I know he does have a new stand-up coming on Netflix that I do want to check out. I want to see, I want to see what he does. I want to see what he does. So, I'm going to watch it to see if he's still funny. You know what I'm saying? I seen him apologizing for some things he said back when he did Delirious. I disagree with him apologizing for that shit. Like, motherfucker, that was in 83 or some shit. Like, why are you apologizing to these gay ass motherfuckers out here just because they offended? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, what you mean? Fuck them. Everybody jokes on black people. Black people will joke on black people in their comedy shows. No apology given. None. But you say something about gay people is, well, I'm sorry. What I had meant to say, well, no, I was just a dumb motherfucker when I had said that. It's like, that already is off-putting to see somebody apologize. Every caricature of black people that you do, every stereotype that you perpetuate while you're on stage being funny is cool. But it's like, gay people? This who you apologize to? Okay. Okay. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. But I ain't giving these motherfuckers a pass as far as no coon shit, because I don't really see much of them banging on white supremacy or anything like that, so I can't really give them a pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not doing anything for black people. Now, I'm not saying they're not making black people, maybe entertaining black people, but I ain't giving nobody a pass on shit. But I'm not the type to, you know, it doesn't make any sense. By request 99 says, and appreciate the ties and offering. Says being pro black, does the white man own operate the company you drive for? Yes, he does. Your kid's school district, the place you reside, does the white man get your ex or money? I don't understand the last part. Does the white man get your ex or money? Actually, 2 white men own the company that I drive for right now, but my aspirations is to not be working for white men. My aspirations is to get my own truck and work for myself, essentially. My kids do they are in school districts, and I guess all of them are still owned by white folk, but they have me. It's different when you send your kids into a school system and they don't have you. They don't have anybody trying to, mold their minds. It puts our kids in a much more difficult position if you're going to send them in there and your ass is a motherfucking coon. You don't have any black identity of your own. Therefore, all the information they get, there's nobody to mold it for them. Nobody to put things into perspective for them. So that's a very big issue. Very big issue. And my house is owned, the house that I rent, it is owned by a white person. Or I think a white lady, if I'm not mistaken. I think she lives in California, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. But my aspiration is just to own my own shit. So, I don't know whether you asking those questions to try to play me like I still ain't pro-black about this shit or what. I don't know why you asked me that, but I answered your questions. But nonetheless, I don't give a fuck. Now, what you should ask me is, well, if the company you drive for say some racist shit to you, are you gonna sit there and tuck your balls and be a little hoe and let them hoe you out because you need a job? Never. If the school system that your kids in do some racist shit, are you gonna be up there crying, begging them white folk to educate your kids properly, or are you gonna go bang? I'm gonna bang. If the white bitch that owns your house, if she try to be on some old racist shit or disrespect you, are you gonna let that shit ride? I bang. So I bang. I don't know what else to tell you. That's how I've been. I bang at all times. It doesn't matter. If black people were more like that, it wouldn't be an issue. It wouldn't be an issue. If black people were proud in every situation, it wouldn't be an issue. And I would argue that even when black people are in these situations, if it was more of us having pride, white people wouldn't be so goddamn disrespectful outright. If more black people acted like I act, if they had the type of heart I have, like I don't give a fuck. I don't lost jobs. It's fine. I done lost jobs in upper management and everything. It's fine with me. And we keep rolling. Ain't nobody gonna hold my dick and hold my balls in their motherfucking hand and just disrespect me or expect me to be quiet while they disrespect me. I'm not that type of dude. Not that type of dude at all. None. White folk, the white motherfuckers that hired me for this trucking company, they had to hire a black man wearing Malcolm X t-shirts and Fred Hampton t-shirts and shit like that. They had to hire a man like that. They didn't have a choice. If they wanted me to, work for their company, that's how I showed up. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's who I always am. And that's why I challenge black people to be this type of black person. Stand up for yourself. Who gives a fuck about white approval? I imagine if I'd applied for this job, showed up with my Malcolm X shit on it, it'd be like, oh man, we can't hire you. I'd have said, word. That's it. Yeah, I see. I see what they're trying to do, Dylan. You see how they try to trap you with the "you work for white supremacy" lame ass argument. Yeah, they gonna do that, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I don't have an issue with that. I know what they're trying to do, but most black people, if they was to come shadow me, they can't act how I act out here in this world. They don't have the heart to do it. So they can't shame me because I know who I am. I know how I conduct myself out here amongst these white folk. I ain't like y'all. I made a video saying I'm not like y'all. I don't act like y'all. I don't take out the bass in my voice. I don't become a caricature. I don't try to assimilate to what they like and what makes them comfortable. I don't do that shit. And if the issue of racism come up, I'm banging. I'm banging. Ain't no motherfucker gonna disrespect me. I don't need no job that much. This is why actually I went into the trucking, went to drive the trucks, because you in there and you kind of you by yourself. Now I do represent my company when I show up and I got on a fucking Marcus Garvey t-shirt and I show up as a driver. There could easily be a shipper that calls my company like, yo, it's a motherfucker down here with a goddamn Marcus Garvey shirt on. I feel uncomfortable. And my company could easily call me and be like, yo, we can't fuck with that. You're going to have to either not wear those shirts or get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get the fuck out of there. Because that's who I am. That's the kind of black person I am. You telling me you can wear your motherfucking Kenny Rogers t-shirt? These motherfucking white boys got these eagles and dumbass American flags all over their goddamn shirts. And you got a problem with me because I got on Marcus Garvey? You think I'm going to tuck my dick and balls for a motherfucking white man and his mama? No, never. That will never motherfucking happen. Never happen. You got on your American flag? I'm going to wear my RBG flag t-shirt. That's how I am. So motherfuckers don't act like I act out here in this world. Y'all scared. That's what white folk used to. White folk used to y'all, really. White folk used to y'all. It looks like by request, it's dedicated to asking silly ass questions about while giving money. So I appreciate that. It says, does the name Robert Perkins derive from a southern slave owner? Any last name you have, that's Perkins, Johnson, Brown, Smith. The reason that you will find white people with your last name is because it's a slave owner's last name, most definitely. That's a lot of times you can connect your lineage to your last name. Perkins, that's some white folk shit. If I Google up Robert Perkins right now, it's a white man with the same name. Hell, it's a goddamn restaurant named Perkins. So I surmise that there was a white person, slave owner, with the last name Perkins. Yeah. That ain't no African shit. That's not no Native American shit. At all. Perkins is not. And Robert, I mean, that's my dad's name, so, you know. This is what they try to do. Every name you got. If it ain't, you know, yeah, to my next question. I'm actually about to get off here in a minute. Every name you got, if it's not African derived, if it's not, you know, and I don't want to fuck up an African last name, you know, I ain't trying to fuck no shit up, but if it's not an African based last name, if it's some Perkins, Smith, Johnson, you know, Davis, any of this shit, it's all white folk. That's just what it is. All white folk. They can't do it. Michael O said some people here are trying to get under your skin. It's impossible. My skin black. It's impenetrable. That's the kind of skin you got to have out here if you're going to be motherfucking black and proud. You have to have that type of skin. You don't let motherfuckers get you flustered. I just did a video on my other channel about that concept. You don't let motherfuckers get you flustered. I'm dealing with motherfuckers out here in the real world all the time that try to say little slick shit, and I bang. Calmly bang and keep moving. Drop some information, keep moving. I can't be flustered. I got kids and shit. You know, I got to be an example for them. You can't be out here being flustered. How you gonna be an example for your kids? Because they can't come out here and being flustered. You got to understand the situation you are born into in this country, in this world. So you don't have time to be getting flustered. Impenetrable skin is what you must have. You can't let motherfuckers get you flustered. That's where you got to be with this shit. That's just how you got to be. Because you're going to be out here in this world. And these white motherfuckers might say some old bullshit. And you got to be ready to calmly bang on their motherfucking ass and keep it moving. Black folk too. You got to be ready. Not emotional. Not angry. Anything. Nothing like that. You keep it cool and you keep it tough. You know your information. You have your knowledge and you roll. And you're able to articulate that knowledge. And you roll. Don't let nobody get you fucked up out here. Don't let these motherfuckers get you flustered. Kitty, I drive over the road. Right now, I'm actually driving regional. So I drive trucks on the East Coast. Right now. I ain't even did the all 48. I ain't did that. Up into Canada. I haven't even been up into New York, which I don't want to go up into New York driving no goddamn truck. I don't even want to drive a goddamn compact car in New York. It's trash. I don't want no parts. I want no parts. None. What you got for me, Jay Edwards? What you got for me? What you trying to say, man? He said, Rob, why won't you talk back to me, brother? What you got for me, man? What you got on your mind? Right. Olasumbo said, I don't even want to walk in NYC. That shit is trash. I don't give a fuck how much people bring up NYC and try to make it like it's a lavish. Like, that shit trash as fuck. Appreciate the love on the beard. No Merry Christmas. Betty's Closet, Merry Christmas. No. You can give me some Black Power love. But I don't need no Merry Christmas love. That's the white man. That look like Santa and some. I hear jingle bells when you say Merry Christmas love. I hear little bells and shit. You know what I'm saying? I hear little bells and shit. And I can't deal with it. I cannot deal with it. Jay Edwards, what you trying to say? By request is still in here trolling. Still in here trolling. I don't know what he's trying to do. Or she. Could be a woman. I don't know. I depend on the white man for my livelihood. If I was depending on the white man for my livelihood, he would have my balls. See, that's what it's all about if you black. It's all about who holding your balls. Who holding your nuts. I hold my own motherfucking nuts. At all times. That's who I am. So when you dependent on somebody, they got your balls. Don't nobody got my balls. I got my own shit. I'm holding my own shit. But this motherfucker here trolling at this point. Driving in California is trash too. Hell yeah, Michael. Oh, that's what I'm doing this shit for. Michael says, will you ever consider setting up a trucking corporation so we can invest in and manage by you? That's what I'm working towards. I didn't come into this shit to be, I didn't come into this to be just working for no white man. No. That's not what this is about. I just started in June. I just started driving in June. I started the actual driving school in April. So my goal isn't to, drive for no white man for 20 years. That's not what I'm out here for. Just watch me grow. I'll be here. Watch me grow and be Black Power the whole time. I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm gonna show everybody how to do it. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it. Somebody said Charlotte is trash. I agree. Hell, everywhere, damn near everywhere is trash to me. I don't got no loyalty. I ain't motherfucker try to insult, you know what I'm saying? Where you live at and shit. Like, I have no loyalty to any of this shit. Yeah, it's all trash. I don't think they playing, especially the driving and shit. I don't think motherfuckers playing for how many people is gonna be driving. But I'm here to be an example of how you grow. How you grow and have black pride at the same time. That's the point. Okay, Jay Edwards. Jay Edwards says, I'm one of your utmost down-to-earth subscribers. I appreciate that. But I still don't know what you're trying to say, brother. What you got on your mind? What you got on your mind? I appreciate that, Goddess Ayana. I really appreciate that. That's my whole goal. I want to help, help us all grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this shit is all about. That's what this shit is all about. Asia Abrams says, I got a black logistics company who can dispatch you. You said you'll DM me? Okay, DM me. We'll talk about it. Because, I mean, it's one thing to be being dispatched by somebody black, but I want to own my own truck. I ain't trying to lease a motherfucking truck for no company, because a lot of them will do that shit where they'll lease a truck to you. You pay them for the truck as you drive it. I ain't trying to lease. I want to own my own truck. That's my goal. I'm still new in this thing. I ain't even been driving for a year. Love Burden says, Rob, I'm not as calm as you when people try me. I tend to walk away instead of saying anything. You have any advice? I mean, if walking away is the best case scenario for you, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't necessarily, quote unquote, try me. The internet is different in real life. All right. And by now, I think a lot of you know that. A lot of you understand that the internet is different. People approach me. People don't approach me nowhere near as disrespectful at all in real life as they do online. Nobody walks up on me saying no wild, out of control, crazy shit to me. No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen at all. So it's a matter of, in real life, if somebody gonna say something to me, and it's I don't get disrespected in real life. And I'm not trying to be, I ain't trying to brag about it or nothing like that. I'm just saying people don't have a tendency to disrespect me in real life, because I keep a very strong, I walk through this life a certain way. Motherfuckers don't disrespect me in real life. Now, online, it's different. People say all types of shit online. There's motherfuckers that make whole videos talking shit about me online, talking shit about my kids online. You think a motherfucker gonna walk in my face and say some shit like that? They gonna have to see these hands. That's all it is to it. So it's different. And when we're dealing with an intellectual debate, I'm not going to get flustered based on an intellectual debate. Because what's the point of being flustered? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see the logic in being emotional based on an intellectual debate, because there's a good chance this motherfucker going to think whatever they think before they got there. You're going to leave thinking whatever you think before you got there. So exchange ideas and then keep it moving. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Just like this motherfucker by request, the faceless motherfucker that's actually paying to troll. He says, I criticize black people daily, yet I can't ask questions or criticize you. You can ask questions. I've answered all your questions, bro. Your questions ain't bothering me. I've answered them all. And I'm going to continue to criticize black people. Because if me being critical of black people is saying, well, black people, y'all need to have some pride. You need to pass pride down to your kids. I mean, if that's problematic to you, then, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I ain't out here for you. I'm out here for the people that can hear it. The people that see the criticism and can take something constructive from it and correct themselves. And put that motherfucking coon in a goddamn headlock until that bitch dead. So that's to the people I'm talking to. That's the people I'm talking to. I'm not talking to you. You can stay and be however you are, It is what it is. LV says Rob is driving that truck stressful. Hell fucking yeah, it's stressful. You ever drove one? Hell yeah, it's stressful, because motherfuckers crazy. Motherfuckers is crazy. And I don't know whether you follow me on my video channel, but I talk about this kind of shit over there, but it's just, motherfuckers drive so crazy. And it's a lot of roads that you can't go on because you're in a truck. A lot of roads you can't just pull up like you in no car. Like, oh shit, let me 3-point real quick. I missed a turn, let me bag up real quick. Hell no. You got that big ass truck. And when that bitch say make wide right turns, it's real. You got to make them turns and not end up in a motherfucking ditch. Not go over a bridge you ain't supposed to go over. Or you got to be aware at all times of what the fuck going on, what the fuck you doing. And people have no respect for you. That's what makes it stressful. Because people don't care. They're going to dart off in front of you. They're going to challenge you to be the greatest driver in the motherfucking world. And they don't care how long you've been driving. You better be able to drive that bitch like you've been doing it for 10 years. That's what you better be able to do, because motherfuckers gonna be disrespecting you all day trying to kill you. Or either trying to get you to kill them. It's like a contest every day I hit the road. You know? But that's the part that makes it stressful. Is managing that big ass truck and backing that motherfucker. And I ain't talking about backing into we talking about at truck stops and shit. Where you trying not to hit nobody's motherfucking truck. Cause it ain't like a car. You can't just pull that bitch up all the way till you get straight and then just back it up. It don't work like that. That's easy. When you can do that shit when you dropping off a load, just all the way up straight, then back up, easy. When you doing at a truck stop, you don't get no straight. You gotta pull up. Pull up in a way. Once you see an empty spot, you gotta pull that bitch up, turn this motherfucker this way. To get your trailer, turn towards that hole. Then turn back yourself back this way and then hook that motherfucker in there without destroying both of the trucks that's on the side of you. That type of shit makes it stressful. Still, like, backing the motherfuckers is trash. Every day of the week, motherfuckers don't drive properly on the road with the trucks. It's some trash going on out here, bro. For real, it's some trash going on out here. A lot of it can be stressful because of you driving a big ass truck and you can kill motherfuckers. It's not a game. It's not like in a car, you may hit somebody going 35 miles an hour and, you know, it'll be okay. No, you fuck around, you hit somebody, you gonna kill them. You fuck around and kill them. Kill them, kill their kid, them ain't got in the car. So you have to be very aware at all times of what's going on. Because people crazy. And they don't care. I was just driving, you know, it's been during the holiday season. And we just got through I talked about this on one of my videos. Motherfuckers will be in the Christmas spirit, but they never get in the driving spirit. I don't know what, I don't know what's wrong with people. Motherfuckers are getting to the Christmas spirit and the holiday season and yay and all that shit. Don't nobody ever get into the driving spirit though. That don't happen. Ain't one driving spirit yet. Because motherfuckers be in a rush. And you know traffic was heavy because everybody trying to shop and get all this shit done. Traveling for the holidays. Motherfuckers is crazy. They darting in front of you, stopping on brakes. And you in a truck. You can't just hit the brakes like that in no damn truck. You got a downshift. Downshifting is trash. I'm actually gonna make a video about the top things I hate about truck driving. Downshifting, trash. It's some trash. Cause you in a 10 speed, you gotta shift up 10 gears. If you gotta slow down, you gotta downshift into that other gear. You got to downshift that motherfucker. You got to be on point at all times. The easiest driving you're going to do is on the highway, though. Because you don't have to switch through gears. Driving through a city, stoplight after stoplight after stoplight. Trash. That stop and go is trash. A car wreck on the highway, you stopped, trash. Now, a lot of trucks, they are converting to automatics. So it's easier. I ain't drove one. I don't have one. I got 10 speed. But that shit is trash, yo. And that's what makes it stressful because you have to be aware of everything going on. You got to see, what's going on way up ahead of you. At least 50 to 100 yards, you know what's going on up ahead of you. You see lights, red lights, people in cars, and a lot of y'all do this shit. Y'all so hard on y'all brakes. Y'all don't stop until y'all 45 inches away from a motherfucker. Y'all don't even start braking. Y'all just... And then wondering why you gotta get your goddamn brakes and rotors done every goddamn 6 months. Because you're hard on your brakes. With a truck, you got to be slowing down. When you see it happening 100 yards ahead, you gotta be slowing down. Motherfuckers don't turn their signal on. They just, I'm going to the store. That's what they be like, oh shit, a store. Like I did that. Like, oh shit. And they just in. They don't slow. They don't give a fuck. Turn signal, you a truck, they don't care. They don't care. Like, I talk to motherfuckers all that. Please don't do that. Please, I got all. Cause I drive, cause you know what motherfuckers want to like. Please don't do that. It ain't worth it. I always say it to myself. It is not worth it. It ain't worth it. It's not to stop in front of no big ass trucks. Cause these motherfuckers is killing people. Ain't no little fender bender with no truck. These motherfuckers is totaling cars and killing people, and people don't have no respect for it. None. So that's what makes the driving stressful. You got to be on point. It's real. It is real. Every time I leave that truck and say, fuck it. Let me tell you something about when you saying that. There are a lot of drivers that will abandon the truck. They'll get fed up like, man, I am out. I'm not taking the truck back. I'm out right here. I don't give a damn. I'm in the middle of goddamn Idaho. I'm out. I'm done with this shit. And motherfuckers will abandon the trucks. They have a fee because if a company got to go pick the truck up, they'll take that out of your last check and all that shit if you abandon the truck. There's motherfuckers that get fed up like that. They get fed up. They get fed up as fuck. Jack says dirty truck stop showers. Actually, the Loves actually has really clean showers. Some of the best showers. I mean, I guess I ain't seen all the showers all over the world or all over the nation or nothing like that. But Loves, that truck stop gas station does a good job. I don't really go to Pilots that much. I go to Loves typically. That's why a lot of my truck stories come from Loves because I'm at Loves a lot getting gas and getting showers and things like that. Loves do a good job. They're doing all right. If you get a newer Loves, they do a really good job. I haven't drove in any winter weather yet, Dylan. I haven't drove in any winter weather yet. I'm actually supposed to be going up to Indiana soon and being up in Indiana for 6 weeks. So I'll get to see a little bit of that winter weather up there in Indiana. I'm going to Wheatfield. I'll be being at the hub in Wheatfield for like 6 weeks here soon. So y'all gonna be seeing me making videos. I'll be making some videos from up there on the road, and we'll get to see a different. I'll be telling y'all different stories about the ice and shit like that. So we're gonna be talking about that. But I'm about to get the fuck up off here. I don't know. I mean, I know I was trying to wait on the one guy, Jack. Jack said prostitutes at truck stop. You must not be subscribed to my other channel. I did a whole story about a lot lizard at a Loves in Orangeburg, South Carolina. That shit was funny as hell. That shit was funny, man. That shit was funny. If you're not subscribed to my video channel, let me go ahead and say this before I get out of here. If you're not subscribed to my video channel, I make videos over there. When I'm on the road, I'm making all types. I'm doing all types of shit on the road. Videos, just a whole bunch of them. Because I got so much time on my hands. So if you're not subscribed to my Team Rod video channel, subscribe to that channel. The link is in the description box. Of course, y'all hit that like button on this video. I was trying to wait on the brother to come in here and I don't know what he was trying to say to me. Somebody said it was something about Ben Carson. I don't know what Ben Carson done said, but Ben Carson's a coon, so I can imagine he said some coon shit. It may be a video that I was sent. It may be a video that I was sent today on Instagram. Somebody sent me something that Ben Carson said about reparations. And I haven't watched it yet. But I'm going to make a video. There's a good chance. I'll make a video where I play the video and I'll talk about what's being said. So I'm going to deal with that. But you must be subscribed to my Team Rod videos channel because I'm not going to deal with it here live. So subscribe to that channel. I will deal with Ben Carson and his further cooning spirit. Like it's some of these motherfuckers is they real passionate about cooning. It's the passion of the coon. I know some of y'all seen the Passion of the Christ, that movie that Mel Gibson's old racist ass put out here about his white Jesus. Acting like white Jesus actually died for black people. This is trash. But coons have a certain type of passion to them. It's the passion of the coon. It's the passion of the motherfucking coon. That's what it is. And Ben Carson fits into that category. Ben Carson fits into that motherfucking category. Marcus Garvey says, do you listen to Immortal Technique? I haven't heard anything from Immortal Technique in a long time. I like listening to Immortal Technique speak more than I do his rap music. I don't really think he got bars like that, and his production is always trash to me. So, I don't really listen to him as a rapper, but when he's just doing interviews and things like that, I think he's a smart dude. Immortal Technique is. But, y'all, I'm about to get the fuck off here. Mad love to everybody who came in here and spent this little time with me on this Christmas Eve. Y'all, I know some people are going to be with your families tomorrow. Remember what I said about Christmas. Let's take this time out to look at and pay reverence to our ancestors. I know y'all going to be praying to Jesus tomorrow. I know y'all are. but pay reverence to your ancestors. They are the ones who actually put their lives on the line for you. That's what they did, not Jesus. That's what they did. So pay reverence to your ancestors, y'all, and support black businesses at times where consumerism is at its height. Support black businesses. All right, mad love to everybody who saw this. Y'all like, share, subscribe. Let everybody know who we are. And mad love to y'all. Shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. I'm out.